Who you got, Jim?
Dodgers.
Ooh. You think we're going Sev?
I was about to do like a real bad hot take.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Love it.
Don't you
BBD,
dare
play
say
the
it.
real
Don't
bad
do
hot
it.
take button noise. Here it is. Yep.
I've got stuff.
I was going to do Colin Cowherd level hot take.
Okay. It doesn't count, but I want to hear you say it.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count unless it's right. I'll give you full permission.
If the Rays win the World Series, I think it's bad for baseball.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
I think more owners are going to be like, well, the Dodgers spend so much money and they don't win. And every owner is going to say, sign us up for the cheapest fuck plan.
Yeah.
And then money's going to be bad. And
They've already
the
said
CBA
that.
is
Yeah,
going to
they're
be
already in
World
on that.
Series.
I think
They're
it's
already
gonna,
there.
It's going to stamp it. If the
I think
Dodgers
it's
win,
already
if
stamped.
the Dodgers win, it'll be like, you need to spend money.
No.
You need to get superstars. That's my Colin Cowherd hot take.
I thought it was me worse than that. We've talked about this
I think
before.
that's real.
Like,
I think that's live.
I'll tell you who does. I'll tell you who's rooting for the Dodgers is the MLBPA. They gotta be, right? Like, because of exactly what you said, like these platoon matchups and only paying guys the minimum and here and there spending a little bit of money, being very frugal, but being smart is, I mean, you don't want all the teams to try to do that. And we talked about this before also. The more teams that try to tank and do these things, the less advantage you have. So there's a whole
And look where all these guys are
where-
coming from. Look, give Kime some time.
Heim.
Heim, he's from Tampa. I think all the owners are already doing this. When all the Yankees fans tweet out there, I think we should sign Bauer, Real Muto, and this guy. I think the Steinburners go to Cashman and say, well, Tampa's beating you with a fourth of the payroll? I want that. Sign me
You
up
want me
for
to
that.
go to Wall Street Journal on you guys?
So you
right
guys
now?
agree with me. You just think it's already
I think
happened.
it's already live, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with it's already happening. Wall Street Journal take here is that baseball is mirroring the U.S. economy. The middle class is getting pushed away, and we are seeing the elites and the minimum wage guys taking over the game. You're going to have the
Goddamn
platoons where you're only
Thatcher.
going to pay league minimum. Then you're going to supplement your roster with some big, heavy talent. The middle of the pack guys, they're going to be non-tender. They're going to have to play for cheaper. It's not great for the players' union the way things are going right now.
Trev, can I ask you a question? Who do you got in this series?
I mean, we all know I picked the Rays.
Right.
But you live in L.A.
And the over.
And you want to be able to walk around your neighborhood.
Yeah, oh my God.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, you will when I mobilize an army of kids with spitballs.
Because
Like,
there are
cool
gates
anymore.
to my neighborhood. How about that, James?
Spitballs are so not cool anymore. It's
Oh yeah,
chemical
spitballs are
warfare.
freaking out.
Chemical warfare.
Spitballs are out.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It just hurt me
I
deep
think it's
inside.
I think it's the Rays and they got to hit. The Rays and they got to hit.
Okay.
And they got to have good defense. I mean, like all the things the Rays do well, they have to really do those things. You can't get into a slug-a-thon with the Dodgers. You can get into a pitch-a-thon with them, a defense-a-thon with them, but you have to score enough, obviously. But the main thing they have to do is pitch and play good defense, which that's what they do.
5 games? 4 games?
Who do you got,
Rays.
Cash or Roberts? If you wanted
Rays
the
three?
manager,
Cash.
Well, Dusty outmanaged Cash last time, but I want Cash.
did he?
Had a plan every night.
You're on the Dusty train. I
Every
get
night.
it. I get it.
No, I do think he mismanaged Snell.
Who would you rather have?
Me?
Yeah. You
I enjoy
both,
playing for
Dave.
Cash. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I
what
thought at
about
times he let the inmates run the asylum a little bit too much, but that's kind of the formula there.
Cash though? Our time, or Roberts? I meant
It's our year.
our year. Is that what he said?
I have no experience with Roberts really, but from all accounts, great guy. You know, he's smart. I think
This year is our year.
year.
He's smart, but he's got to trust being smart and not like have blind faith. And I think he made that adjustment last night. How about that?
I think the Rays plan with off days is easier to formulate in my head. Like you have 3 stud relievers, you have 3 pitchers, you have Yarbrough for the 4th, and then the middler like it. I think it's easier to put on paper than the Dodgers.
I have that in a plus and a minus column.
Me too.
Because I have this series going 7. I have the Dodgers in 7. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar path as the Braves series. I think you might see the Dodgers go down 2-1, potentially 3-1 with these Rays pitchers. But I think these Dodgers bats are just different. I mean, Bellinger's batting 6-hole. Who's doing that for the Rays on a given night? You know, Adames? Someone like that.
Hey.
Really nice ball player. But, I mean, we're talking the guy who won the NL MVP last year. So, I think the Dodgers, the more they get to see Anderson, Fairbanks, and Castillo, I think the second time around for Glass now, who's basically a 2-pitch pitcher, second time around for Snell, who has trouble getting into the 5th. I think what's going to be interesting for me and what I think Tampa Bay can use to their advantage is going to be trusting some of the other guys earlier in the series. Get Loop out there, get Thompson out there, so that when it's game 7, it's not these guys' 4th time seeing, Anderson. It's not their 4th or 5th time seeing Castillo. But I do think the Rays are going to do that because you got to use your best guys. And I think the Dodgers lineup in depth is just too much. We're going 7 Doyers.
I just watched, they tweeted out the video of when we faked Trev into thinking the Braves tied it, and your face light up, and then your face drop are both. Like, this is really funny.
Elite.
That was fucked up. I got a hot take.
But
Jim,
you
wanna hear
admit,
my
you
hot
understand
take?
we had to do it.
Hot take, Trev.
Got a hot take. And I don't really even know why I have this take. I just thought about it.
Okay.
Huge.
The team that wins game 1 will win the World Series.
Wow.
It's the momentum thing, man.
Wow.
Like getting that first dub and then kind of going from there. I think once the first game is over, the managers will have a really good idea of what they're going to do in the next couple games.